Good day, everyone. My name is Kądzielska, and this is Poland Daily Culture. There are many theaters in Warsaw, but only few of them perform in English. Have you ever heard about the Cheerful Hamlets? Two of them are with me in the studio, Paulina Piórkowska and Ziętara. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
But before we ask them a few questions, let's watch some of their work.
May I have some tea, please?
Tuna. I could really kill for some tuna.
Well, I was leaving the library. Juice? No, I'm talking about...
Charlie Nichols.
The Cheerful Hamlets perform plays only in English. And since your audience is mostly Polish, so they always need to struggle a little bit with the language. How do you make the choice with what place to stage, what place to choose?
It's usually a matter of discussion. We meet each year at the beginning of the academic year to discuss and vote upon the upcoming play. And we usually have a great variety of plays to choose from. And some of them are simpler, some are more challenging, but we need to take under consideration aspects such the number of characters, the scenography, and the time of play. So we try to discuss and choose the best play for the upcoming semester.
Also, we try to switch in between the genres. So if one time we stage a comedy, the next time is going to be a tragedy or perhaps a farce.
Yeah. So the last time we did the tragedy, now we're going to stage a comedy.
And you staged a play of Michael McKeever, The Sweet Surrender. And Paulina, you played one of the divas, which is portrayed there.
Yes.
Tell us more about this role, and since it's a comedy, isn't it?
It is a comedy. Well, my character was Athena Sinclair, and she was just great. It's hard to talk about such complex personality in like 1 minute, and she was so strong and independent and talented, and she was just this vibrant vixen who were a singer as well. And she had this great rival, Claudia McFadden, who was also a diva, and they had a huge beef and they fighted every chance they got to meet. So the staff of the hotel room that they met in had to do their best to keep them separated, which was very hard for them as they ended up in the same hotel room. So they had to deal with that.
And what was the biggest challenge when you come to this play?
Oh, for me, there was no challenge at all because playing diva was mostly fun. And I bet for Dasha, who played Claudia, it was also fun because all we got to do was to, have everyone do the work for us, and we were just screaming at them and telling them what to do, so it was mostly fun. But I think the hardest part was the scenography, as we had 4 doors on the stage. And my door in particular didn't want to close or open, so there are those scenes when I had to walk around them, but I'm sure no one noticed.
I had a chance to watch it, actually.
Oh, so how did you like it?
I remember that you have many elements on the props which you needed to use, different ones, which needed to be a challenge as well, not to forget anything, which doors, which prop, what to do. But it was a lot of fun, and the costumes were interesting. How do you manage to get all of those costumes, being students?
We rent them usually, but a friend of ours, during the staging of Richard, has offered her help, and 4 of the dresses were actually sewn.
They were, yeah, and for Kill Me Deadly as well. So we try to keep the trend of having sewn costumes for the characters. We'll see how it goes because it's very hard work.
And you can keep them in your wardrobe, in your the Cheerful Hamlets wardrobe, and keep them for next play, just to doing some changes.
I don't know if we will actually reuse the costumes because they are very specific and they are for
I think you had to be sewn into the dress for the Richard performance, so
Yeah, I was.
one time only occasion.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. As Cheerful Hamlets, every year you go to Piórkowska, which is a fantasy contest or fantasy meeting in Poznań, a kind of a festival where you perform a play. Is it your tradition already, and what kind of plays do you choose to take them there with you?
Yes, last time we went with The Man from Earth, which is a play about a man who never ages. So I think it was interesting for the fans of fantasy, but also for the people from different backgrounds, as we try to invite our newest members to have the opportunity to perform at the biggest stage in Poznań, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I see. So, and how does the audience react to your plays? Since mostly it's a Polish audience.
Yeah, it is, but we try to keep the convention and the theme of the place so that it feels somehow the Piórkowska itself, because people who are interested in fantasy, pop culture generally, come there and can enjoy our plays because we try to pick them according to their interests. So before we staged Terry Pratchett's play about superheroes, it's generally meant for the audience that comes to Piórkowska.
Do you think that a theater in English in Poland is needed? Is our society becoming more and more bilingual?
I think our society is already bilingual, and the third most spoken language in Poland is German, I think, so English second. I think it's just a fresh approach, and it is crucial to perform the traditional, the texts from the canon in the original language. So you understand more, you grasp more of the language jokes, and you get closer to Anglo-Saxon culture.
I think what says that more Poles actually speak English is that we have more and more audience at our shows. And for Richard, for the last time we staged it, there was not enough room for everyone to fill in. And I think it was the first play that we actually had to ask someone to leave because there was nowhere to sit on and there was nowhere to stand. The room was so filled.
Everyone who is bored with Polish theater or theater in Polish and would like to watch something in English, the Cheerful Hamlets are the best choice. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.